Alright guys, welcome back to YoSpill. In tonight's video, we are going to get the CSX back on the dyno. We're going to turn it up to around 450, 500 wheel horsepower, and then we're going to try to head over the track, get a test and tune in, and get our first 10-second pass. So, you see behind us, the Integra's outside, the Juke's outside, the Civic's outside. We have all of the cars outside. Anytime we have something on the dyno, we try to clear out the shop as much as possible, just so if anything happens, nothing hits the cars. So, let's get right into it. Let's get on the dyno, and then we'll get to the track after this. And hopefully, in today's video, you'll see our first 10-second front-wheel drive pass out of a turbo Dodge. Stay tuned and hope you enjoy. So, if this is your first time tuning into a YoSpill video, this is our 1987 Carroll Shelby CSX. It's a fancy shadow. That's about all it is. This car is a 2,400 pound car with a 6-point roll bar. As you can see, most of the interior is gutted. It does have the Shelby plaque and everything. We just don't have it in there. You see the Shelby steering wheel, whole 9 yards. This thing is running on a micro squirt ECU. It has a 2.4 all motor Stratus short block with a set of Eagle rods, 10.5 to 1 pistons, and a set of BC all motor cams, which any cam's a turbo cam as long as you add a turbocharger to it. So this thing has made 404 horsepower before on the dyno at 14.7 pounds of boost. Today we're gonna target for 18-19 pounds. Hopefully we can hit our 500 wheel mark. The car is real simple, uses a Volkswagen smart coil, has a factory head 420A from an Eclipse, slight porting, has a Borg S363 SXE, so it's a 63mm turbo. It has the eBay side-to-side intercooler that everyone says limits you to about 400 horsepower. Has a Sirocco Volkswagen radiator. Has a downpipe made by a friend Toby. A wastegate recirc made by Stephen Morris. The car is wired by Stephen Morris. And then of course I put the motor together. PAP built the transmission. It has a spec Stage 3 Plus clutch in it. And other than that, all new suspension bushings and helper springs in the rear. And like I said, our goal for today, put this thing in the 10s. Alright guys, so this is the dyno graph from the last time we had this car on the dyno when it made 404 wheel horsepower. That is the current pull we just did right there, 408 wheel horsepower. Same boost, same everything. I was just messing with the air fuels a little bit. And as you see, we added a lot of RPM. Before I was only revving this thing 7,400. That was 7,800 RPMs. And it carried the power band just fine. So I'm going to put it back down. There's no reason to overspin the motor for no reason. We're not trying to hurt this thing. It has the gearing in third gear with the slick on it. It'll go about 125 in third gear on the 24-inch tall slick. So if we need to at the track, we can give it a little more RPM. But this, we are just trying to get the power, rein back in. Like I said, around 450 to 500 wheel is all we're looking for. That should be enough power to put this car in the 10-second range. Alright guys, so 447 on the last pull. You can see how smooth the graph is. Threw a little timing in it. The base spring on this car is only 8.5 pounds of boost, and we are at 17 pounds of boost. So no matter what we do with the bleed style boost control, we are not going to be able to get more than 17 pounds. But you see how nice the graph looks. That is only 17.8 degrees of timing with 17 pounds of boost, 447 wheel, and played with it on a couple of the pulls, and that's about all she'll do. I don't want to throw too much timing at it because we want this thing to last. But yeah, 447, 17 pounds of boost, 17 degrees of timing, third gear pull. We're about to load the car up on the dolly and head to the track.
That's not a good idea to hold the car.
On in about. Alright guys, this is going to be day 2 of testing. As you guys seen, that one pass we did was horrible. We lost this shifter clip and the alternator belt. So we went to the parts store, went home, got a shifter clip. It is now Sunday. I'm going to get the car fixed, going to get the slicks back on it, and my brother is on the way. So as you guys know, he drives the CSX. I've pretty much driven all the other cars on the videos that you have seen. But let's get to work. Alternator belt, shifter clip, and hopefully today we can get our 10-second pass. There's not many cars here, so we should get plenty of testing, and the car has the power. The car is there to do it. We just got to get the pass out of it. So hope you guys are still enjoying this video.
Wanted to use screw in the near lane.
Mikey, you think he's gonna do it?
You're on the far side.
Alright guys, so we found two issues. The car was running on 3 cylinders, and I went to pull the plugs. The plugs all look good, except for one plug is a little darker. And then I pulled the spark plug wire, and the wire actually broke in half. The end of the wire actually broke right off. So those last passes have all been on 3 cylinders. It wasn't even a 4-cylinder, that was a 3-cylinder 2.4 turbo. I think it still trapped 116 or 117 on 3 cylinders. So I sent my brother to see if he could find a spark plug wire end so I could fix it. Just put a new set of plugs in it, gap them down, and hopefully we can get a wire so we can make some more passes. But the car is running pretty decent for what it is on 3 cylinders. I think he went at 12.2 or 12.3 or something like that, like 116 miles an hour. But yeah, so more issues. That's the whole thing with test and tune, is you figure out what's wrong with the car, figure out how to make it faster. Well guys, this is going to conclude the video. The car went 1220 at 116 on 3 cylinders. The spark plug wire was definitely broken. During the burnout, you could definitely hear it on 3 cylinders. I checked the log. They had fuel. The motor shouldn't be hurt, but of course my brother didn't let off. He did a full pass on 3 cylinders, but I just put new plugs in it and just pushed the wire back together and started it, and it runs and idles just fine. But as soon as you apply a load, of course the spark has to jump the gap, and that terminal is really rusty and nasty. So we're done for the day. We're gonna get new plug wires for it. I'll redo a set for it and have an extra set every time we come to the track, and then put it back on the dyno, make sure everything is good. It should make, I'll probably change the gate spring, I'll turn it up some more. But the 450 wheel it has should be good to go low 11s. If not, I'll add more power. Like I said, I'll probably put it back on the dyno and add more power regardless. But yeah, let's, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you haven't liked or subscribed to YoSpilt, please subscribe below. If you like the Shelby Dodge content, the Neon content, the Honda content, leave down in a comment below. What do you think the car will run with a good pass at 450 wheel? Until the next one, as always, you guys are the best.